Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to replace your wall lantern, your outdoor one that you have by your door. As you can see, this one is broken because the storm door, because I opened the storm door and one day it was windy and it just flew and hit this housing and broke it. This is like a plastic housing. This is a cheap kind and it's like faded from the sun and the rain and the snow catching it, so all the plastic piece broke out. It's supposed to be like this one here. As you can see, like I said, the plastic is like blurry looking, like all faded. So I'm gonna replace it with like a glass one, a smaller one. I'm gonna show you how I do that. It's very simple. So I'm gonna replace it with this one here. This is a black finish exterior wall lantern. It comes in the polished brass finished and the white one, and this one is like upside down. Usually it's supposed, some of them is like this, but this one is like a different design. Like you can put it that way. So this is a smaller one, so I'll put this. It's kind of busy out here. This is like a main road, so it's like noisy. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got the fixture and the hardware. That's all that's in the box. It's pretty straightforward, just two wires to connect the hot and the ground. It doesn't come with a bulb, so it's gonna be like this. It's smaller, but I'll just put it on. If it's too small, I don't like it, I'll just return it and get a bigger one. I think you can put it like this too, but just you have to get a cover for the top so the rain or the snow won't go inside, or critters. So I'll just put it like this and see how it looks. Okay, so first thing what you want to do is you want to take off your switch so the light comes off, and turn off the breaker too. And I have this voltage detector here. It's a non-contact one. It's on right now, so if I put it by the wire here, I have voltage there when it beeps. Okay, so I'm gonna take off the switch and it's gonna stop beeping. As you can see, the switch is off, so there's no power here. There's no power here. You see, I can touch it. But to be on the safe side, you wanna take off the if you're not safe with this, you can go to your panel box and switch the breaker off wherever your panel box is. Most of the time it's in the basement, and if you don't know which one, just leave your light switch on and turn off the breaker, and whichever one comes off, whichever one you switch off and the light is off, that means that's the one. So this is the switch right here for the light. As you can see, when I switch it on, that's the light right there. So I usually just switch this off, because when you switch this off, there's no power there. There's a contact here that separates when you switch it off, and when you put it on, the contact closes and you get power there. Or you can come down in your dark, spooky, scary basement and something is watching you, looking at you, these nutcrackers. Okay, so this is my breaker box right here. You might have a different one. So most of the time it's labeled which breaker goes to which switch and outlet, but if it's not labeled, just switch one off at a time and have someone look at the light. If it's off, make sure the light switch is on, or you can just switch it off and just run back up or down wherever and check it. So that's, do one at a time. Switch it off, check it. If it's not, put it back on, switch the other one. If the light bulb comes off, that's the breaker. Just switch it off from here to be on the safe side. Okay, so if you don't want to switch it off on the breaker, you can find your breaker box and you just want to switch it off from here. Make sure you like put a sign up, don't turn me on, or tape it off. Put one of these yellow emergency caution sign or something. Tape it so that way when you're working on it, no one just turn it on like that and you get shocked. So, or you want to do this when someone is not home. Okay, let's say you don't have one of these. You can use, and you have a multimeter. You can set your multimeter on voltage and make sure your leads and the contacts are good, and you just put it in the outlet like this, and it's gonna read 110 to 120 voltage. Make sure it's on the correct voltage, the AC voltage, not DC. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. There's two Phillips screw holding it here. It was like this and it broke off. And if yours is not broken and you want to save it to put it somewhere else, just take your time and take it off. And I'm just gonna use a nipper, like a dike, you know, not that kind of dike. A dike is called, like a cutter. And I'm just gonna cut through these wires here like this, and then take all this piece here. Is just held on like this. It's not screwed in, it's like clipped in, because this is like a cheap one. I can just pull this through here, I think, or I gotta screw it out from the back. Alright guys, so I cut off the excess wire. This one is the hot wire, this is the ground wire. So this was the excess wire, because this one comes with wire already. That's where I cut it from. This comes with the 3 wires here. This was the mount for this one here. This one here was attached to this piece like this, and then it was screwed in to this mount, the wall mount. So I'm gonna have to use this back. I'm just gonna screw this one here. This one though, if I put it just like this, it's gonna be too in. It's gonna be too in, recessed in. And it's not gonna look nice. And then there's gonna be a big space there, so I need a cover. So I'm gonna use the same cover. I just have to put it back like this. Screw this on with some screws to the plastic, because that's what they did. They used some regular screws and screwed this one on to here. Okay, so I'm just test fitting it to see um, if it's working, if I connected the wire properly. So I have the hot wire, the white wire goes to the power, and the black wire goes to the ground. That's how you connect it. And this wire here, it's like a ground wire. You can just connect this to the box somewhere, not on the power. You can connect it to the ground or one of the nuts in here, like the bracket, to give it a ground. Okay, so you can see it's working. So I'm gonna take off the switch and put it back up. Alright, so I installed it. I didn't use the bracket it came with. It comes with a bracket and the screws. It's too short, and I just used the screw that was here, and I just used the plate, the face of it. And you use these wire nut to put the wires together, and you just screw this on. And I use some electrical tape to hold the wires just in case it comes out. So all you gotta do is just snap this back into place here, put it back into this housing, and it clips in. And there you have it. It's back on. The old one. Okay, let's see how it looks in the night. Okay, that's how it looks in the night with it on. It's not that dark outside. So if you like the video, click like, give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to see more videos, and thanks for watching.